Ever wondered if you could turn your PC into a full Android TV experience? Well, today we're doing exactly that, installing LineageOS TV on a desktop PC. So first, I looked up LineageOS TV on Google. You can see their official GitHub page where all the builds are available. This project is based on Android 14, so you're basically getting the latest Android TV interface but running natively on your PC hardware. I've got this running on a separate storage disk using my AMD Ryzen 5 8600G paired with Radeon 7060M integrated graphics. Plenty of horsepower to keep Android TV running effortlessly. Next, head over to the LineageOS TV x86 GitHub page and download the latest release. Make sure to choose the file named Lineage21, unofficial x86-64 TV, signed ISO, that's the build we'll be flashing. Now grab a tool like Rufus. It's super simple program to make bootable USB disks. Download it and plug in your USB drive of least 8 GB size and then select the ISO we just downloaded. Leave all settings at default. Hit start, then choose DD image mode when the prompt appears. Click OK twice and Rufus will start writing the Android TV bootable USB. In just a few minutes, our Android TV USB is ready to go. Now it's time to reboot the PC and head into the BIOS, usually by pressing the delete key. Inside BIOS, disable Secure Boot from Security tab. Then set your USB drive as the first boot device from Boot tab. Save and exit, and we're ready to boot into Android TV setup program, which is based on BlissOS setup. In the next part, I'll show you how to set up LineageOS TV on PC. Press the down arrow key and select Install LineageOS 21 and hit Enter key. I fast forwarded the boot process since it shows a bunch of console text. And here we are, inside the BlissOS setup interface. First, it'll ask how you want to install the bootloader. You'll see three options: Grub, Refined, or None. I'm going with Grub since it's the most common and works fine on most PCs. Once selected, the BlissOS installer will start loading on the installation welcome screen and clicking Next. Now we're on the Select Storage Device screen. From the drop-down menu, I'm choosing my SSD where I want to install Android TV. Just make sure you pick the correct disk because the one you select will be formatted and that means you'll lose all data on it. I'm selecting Iris disk since we're starting fresh for this installation. A clean setup ensures Android TV runs smoothly. On the next screen under Additional Options, I'm checking Enable Virtual Wi-Fi under the Networking section. This helps Android TV connect online even without a real Wi-Fi card. Then, under Miscellaneous, I'm enabling Force Disable Setup Wizard and Enable PC Mode so it boots straight into the TV interface without the mobile setup screens. Once done, I'll click Next. Here's a summary of what will happen when we start the installation. Everything looks good, so I'll click Install and then Confirm by selecting Install Now. Installation begins. I fast forward this part since it depends on your PC speed. On an SSD, it usually takes just a few minutes. Once installation is complete, I'll click Done to reboot the system. Now the PC restarts. You'll see some console text again, followed by your BIOS splash screen. After that, the BlissOS bootloader appears. If you don't press any key, it will automatically boot into BlissOS after 5 seconds, which, by the way, is actually LineageOS TV based on Android 14. I've skipped through the console text again so we can get straight to the cool part. And there it is, the LineageOS TV boot animation. Next, it'll start searching for Bluetooth devices, but you can skip this step by pressing Windows plus F11 keys. It might differ depending on your keyboard, but that shortcut should jump you straight to the initial setup screen. Now just click Start, then Next, and finish the initial setup. After setup, you land on the LineageOS TV home screen. It looks a bit empty at first, just the basic apps like File Manager, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and a few system tools. Let's go into Settings, then to Network and Internet, and enable Wi-Fi. This uses the virtual Wi-Fi feature we enabled earlier. Next, I'll go into System 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, where you can see that this Android TV build is indeed running on Android 14. Pretty awesome to have that on a PC. And here's the storage info. Around 245 GB total since I installed it on my SSD. So yeah, we've got plenty of room for apps and data. So here's where things get a little tricky. As you can see, there's no Play Store or Google Play services installed on LineageOS TV. Right here, you can also find some custom JGApps download links. Basically, these are Google Apps packages that can be flashed manually. The developers have already highlighted this issue and even shared a few workarounds. So let's try one of them. I booted into 𝗦𝗲𝗧𝗵𝗲 recovery mode and tried flashing the GApps package using the apply update option, but unfortunately, it failed to install. So instead, I decided to take a different approach. I downloaded some Android APKs on my Windows 11 PC, moved them to my USB drive, and now I'm using the built-in file manager on LineageOS TV to install them manually. You can use the default package installer for this. No Play Store needed. Let's start with something simple. I'm installing the Chrome web browser first. Chrome installs and opens perfectly fine, but when I try loading any web page, it just doesn't work. Probably because Google Play services aren't active in the background. So next I'm installing the Up2Down App Store, a really handy third-party app store that gives you access to a huge library of streaming apps, browsers, and games. I also downloaded the Brave browser from my Windows to my USB drive. Brave is great for Android TV because it supports YouTube playback, downloading APKs, and even streaming all inside the browser. Now I'll open youtube.com and the interface loads completely fine. But when I try playing a video, it just keeps buffering on a black screen. The UI works, but the video doesn't actually play. I even tried Dailymotion and it loads the first frame but refuses to play the video. So yeah, something's definitely off here. After some testing, I found a workaround that actually fixes this. When rebooting, select Advanced Options for 𝗦𝗲𝗧𝗵𝗲 from the bootloader, then choose 𝗦𝗲𝗧 No Mode Set. This disables some GPU-specific modes, helps with display or rendering bugs. And now, when I open Brave browser again, YouTube videos play perfectly fine, so it looks like there's a hardware acceleration issue with my integrated graphics. Running in No Mode Set fixes that. And even Dailymotion works now. Other apps like Netflix also run perfectly fine. So once you get past those few setup hiccups, it actually works surprisingly well, even without Google Play Store and Play services. It's not flawless, but it gets the job done. If you enjoy experimenting or want to repurpose your PC to pair with a mini projector, this setup is definitely worth trying. And if you love Android TV related videos, check out my other videos. Like, subscribe, and see you next time.